Hello, YouTube and viewers elsewhere. Welcome to Radio Clone. This is episode 3 of our Star Wars podcast series. Today we're going to start with the today we're doing the podcast on the Clone Wars, the TV show The Clone Wars. Probably the best TV show possibly start within Star Wars. I think we could all agree. And we're going to be talking about the best arcs within it. So, yeah, that's the podcast today. We hope you all enjoy it, and let's get started. David, introduce yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, so that's the only introduction needed. So today's podcast, we're talking about let's talk about the Star Wars Clone Wars. The way we're going to do it, the way we're going to format it, is we're going to go through each season. We're going to say our favourite story arc from the season, and then we're going to give some honourable mentions to story arcs that are also very good within the seasons. So yeah, we'll get started with season 1 straight away, I suppose. Then,
yeah. Do you want to
David,
say your
champion story arc from season 1, the best.
Well, I have to go by the episode of it because I'm not sure of the actual arc because I don't know the planet name. It's the Jedi Crash arc, where
with Alia Secura.
Ayla.
Is that how you say her name? Ayla. I keep
Ayla Secura.
Yeah, it's a bad habit of mine.
I'm gonna try not to be annoyed with you.
Try. Only try.
Yes.
Why is that your champion of the season 1? Because season 1's got some pretty decent contestants. You know, it's a pretty good introduction to the Clone Wars series as a whole, isn't it? So,
it did have one of my favourite characters in it for a long bit of it, and I'm very happy with season 1.
Yeah, Commander Bly, isn't it?
Start
I fell! Oh, okay,
no.
I died.
My favourite character
I died in the game.
season 1 is Hondo.
Oh, Hondo, that's true, yes. Hondo.
The pirate.
Hondo is a G. An absolute G. Wait, so why did you put it as your favourite then?
Because it kind of showed the relationship between kind of Ahsoka and Anakin, and also developed it with Rex and Anakin, as Rex had to stay behind and basically defend him while he was injured.
I agree.
In a tent.
That was
made of metal.
that was very cool. Yeah, I very much enjoyed watching.
It was a very tense scene as well.
Mm-hmm.
In the episode.
Very tense.
And it's obviously creatures.
It really showed Rex's it showed how good Rex was as a clone as well. Like, he's very injured. Like, you know, what's the right word? He's got lots of good survivability skills, and you understand why he's such a high-ranking clone just from that scene alone.
All he did was kind of just shoot creatures.
He did, but it's okay. Well, yes, but it's still pretty cool.
Ran at him. Kind of what a clone's supposed to do.
Okay, yeah, I suppose so. That's kind of true. I didn't put it as my champion arc though in the whole Clone Wars.
What did you put?
I put hold on, let me get my list up. I've been focused too much on this game, and to be fair, I need to stop. My champion was the Malevolence arc with Plo Koon and the super mega weapon ship that they've got going on with Grievous commanding it. I think it was episodes 2, 3, and 4 in the season. So right at the start.
I'll be speaking about that in the by the way.
In the what? Sorry.
In the other podcast. In the next podcast,
yeah, we can mention
topic.
it. We will mention it in the next podcast. So if you're watching on YouTube, go watch that podcast if it's already out. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but yeah, no, we'll be talking about Plo Koon and the 104th Battalion a little bit because they heavily feature in this arc. And for me, the reason it's the best arc in season 1 is because of Plo Koon. I think Plo Koon's such a cool Jedi, and it instantly starts off the Clone Wars.
Jedi.
It instantly shows, it's awesome. And the reason I like it the most is because it already humanizes the clones for us. So you know exactly what you're gonna get with the rest of the TV series just by watching that arc.
Yeah.
And I like it a lot. It's good fun to watch as well. Good fun to watch. So yeah, season 1, you put Alia Secura and I put Malevolence arc. Both pretty good arcs. I don't think there's much more to say about that. What did you put for your honourable mentions? Because there are some other good arcs in that season.
Basically, for the honourable mention for season 1, I put the Dooku captured arc.
Dooku captured
because it's Yes, because Hondo is best boy.
Hondo is best boy. He's thick as boy.
Have you where can't remember what exactly word it was.
He's got many very good quotes, and
he's got very many good quotes.
Yeah, very many.
But
good quotes.
Dooku says
I have to say though. Oh wait. Yeah,
and Hondo has the best reaction. His reaction is just.
Doesn't he just laugh or something?
He laughs. Says the word that Dooku says, which I can't remember at this point, but it was probably something to do with mercy or something like that.
Mercy. He's a pirate. No, it's something about like mercy, and he's a pirate. They don't know what mercy is.
And he goes,
it's like
"We're pirates. Or something. We don't even know what that means."
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just one of the most badass quotes because he is just talking to a Sith Lord in a way he talks to one of his own group.
to literally, yeah. He's fearless. He's a fearless. And then when something goes wrong, he tries to sweet talk it as well. And it's yes, I will agree. That is a pretty good honourable mention. What did I put as another one? I think another honourable mention. Well, the honourable mention I put was the Jedi Crash with Aayla Secura because that's a good arc.
Yeah.
So overall, ranking season 1, I thought it was pretty good. I
it was a good
enjoyed
starting
it.
Season.
Gets you. It's a fun season to watch, and that's what you need in a first season of something like Clone Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very good, very enjoyable. Let's move on to season 2 then.
Yeah, what's your champion one?
My champion season 2. Okay, so for this, it's a pretty obvious one. I think you and me both agree. Geonosis. The second battle of Geonosis.
Second battle of Geonosis.
Second battle of Geonosis arc. Awesome arc. Absolutely awesome. It developed Ahsoka's character extremely well. It introduced Barra Sophie, who becomes very important in future arcs, which we'll get onto later. And overall, it's just awesome. So
I did have that as my champion arc as well.
Yep, it is. You can't really beat it in season 2.
I will also say it introduced a section of the 212th Battalion that had flame troopers.
Yes,
and they just demolish a Geonosian hive, like cave. And it's the best scene of the episode in the beginning episode, I think.
It is very good. I don't think we can complain much about it because there's just so much right.
It shows possibly the worst aerial assault of the Republic, apart from Sarish.
Yes, it does.
And it injures 2 Jedi.
A whole 2.
But it still
it does,
shows huge, amazing aspects of the Clone Wars.
Of clones. It does. It really makes you feel like it's a war. Like it's not just messing around. It's not like
it's not just a single battle on a planet in the galaxy.
It's the arc I watched where I went, actually, this isn't just an animated, fun Star Wars TV show. This is a genuinely well-written animated TV show about something I already loved, right? So it's very good. It had a lot more mature themes. It focuses a lot more on the war element, which I'm very happy it did, because it very could have easily gone the kids show route and just not done that, right? But
yeah, definitely they could have.
And I'm very happy they went in that direction. Yeah, I agree. Honourable mentions for season 2. I think we both put the Zilla Beast, didn't we?
Zilla Beast.
Yeah. I put Zilla Beast. Very cool arc. Not really much to say about it, other than it was just cool, and Palpatine's interactions with it was kind of interesting.
I can speak a bit because obviously it's one of my favourite.
Yeah, go on then.
It's one of my favourite arcs.
Yeah,
it showed how Palpatine was still manipulating and kind of evil he was going to be.
Yeah. Hold on, mate, you're cutting out. I think you might just cut out then.
Did it?
Hello, you back? Yeah, you back?
Hello? What did I say? What was I saying?
I couldn't hear, but actually kept cutting out quite a lot.
Wi-Fi issue. That's why, my friend.
That's fine. Go on, start that again then.
I feel
Why
like
is
I
Isla
should live
Beast
in
a very good
Canada.
honorable mention? Canada, yeah.
You know, somewhere with barely any internet.
Someone with barely any.
Oh, I can't say that on Twitch. Never mind. Yeah, I was gonna. It just shows how Palpatine was hinting at being evil, because obviously, if you hadn't seen the prequels before this and you hadn't known he was a fucking bad guy.
Yeah. It was very good at developing his character within the Clone Wars and making him seem like a bad guy, even though in future episodes he appears to be a good guy. So,
yeah,
very good.
That and it has a giant creature that is impenetrable to blast of fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. I've just had a question in Twitch chat, David. What do you think the worst arc in the Clone Wars is?
Okay, I have to counter this with a question.
Yeah,
I have to counter this with a question. The person who asked this question, have you seen Season 7?
Haha, yes, I knew you were going to say that.
Have they seen Season 7? I need to know this.
If you've seen Season 7, we will get onto that when we get onto Season 7, because as much as we love Season 7,
I have
for what it did with the Clone Wars, and as happy as we are that we got Season 7...
Harsh words.
We will talk about our worst... He's seen all of it. He says he's seen all of it. We will talk about the worst arc when we reach Season 7. Okay.
Stick around, my friend. Stick around.
Stick around to the end.
Stay tuned.
He says, "Oh, I know what you're gonna say." He says he knows. He knows.
Of course I know.
It's the beginning. I mean, yeah. So we'll get onto that later, though. Season 3, then. Our champion arc for Season 3.
Oh.
By the way, are you in the game? Just to.
No. I had to quit because.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, Season 3.
I think did we put the same one?
I put Citadel.
I also put Citadel.
So
we did.
Yep. Very good. I keep forgetting his name, but that Jedi that sacrificed himself.
I can't remember his name. This is how memorable he was.
Long ears and the. Thing is,
proves how memorable he was.
He's a really cool Jedi.
To save him. He still dies.
And he still dies. But he had a good death, and for me, that was a very good lesson for Ahsoka in like death and war and all that sort of stuff.
Well, that and the fact that in Echo, you know, blows up.
Echo literally blows up.
And
then he's taken captive for a future episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, sad.
We're going back. We're going into that when it's Season 7. Okay, when we get to Season 7, I'm going.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go well into that at Season 7.
What was your honorable mention for Season 3?
Oh, just another thing about the Citadel arc. It's just a really fun arc to watch as well. They're breaking into a prison, and breaking out. It's awesome. The dialogue is.
They're breaking into
in it as well,
what is meant to be a impenetrable. That's what it's kind of set up as.
It's cool. Yeah, an impenetrable base, and they've got to infiltrate it.
And they still do it. Plus, it shows.
Didn't they carbonite themselves to get into it?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. What a great reference to the originals. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure
they also introduced my favourite skin for Commando droids.
Oh yeah.
Which I will show on my stream if I can find the right thing.
On your Twitch stream.
Yeah. Damn it, I can't now. But it's the Citadel Commando droid skin.
Citadel Commando droid skin. Fair enough.
It's a very cool. It's a cool looking skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, any Commando droid skin I'll fangirl over.
Yeah. Citadel Season 3 then, champion arc. Now, actually, for me, choosing the Citadel was a very difficult arc to choose champion. Because Season 3, I do not have a problem with any of the arcs. It is, by far, in my opinion, the best season. Easily the best season. Because...
Okay.
I can't. I'm trying to think of like bad things to say about it, and I can't because everything in it is just so good, and it develops the characters very well, and particularly in the last two episodes with the Trandoshan hunt and Ahsoka's on that island. I love those episodes. I don't know what it is about those two episodes, but I just think it's so cool and epic, and mwah, I love it. Absolutely amazing. Season 3 as a whole.
Special love for season 3.
Yeah, I just, and it also left us with the question of Darth Maul. It did, which was then developed on in season 4.
That's true.
Which I'll get onto in a second. Darth Maul, to anyone that knows, is my favourite character in all of Star Wars. Closely followed by Ahsoka, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. See, I'm not the same as you. I do have a second favourite arc in season 3.
Oh yeah,
which is the Cadets arc.
The Cadets arc at the start, yeah.
At the start, it's such a fun little arc of how clones get trained, and sets up the whole, Echo 5's kind of ideal of who they
thing
are.
that they go into, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good.
That and then
it's
it also
just
leads into rookies and it's amazing.
It's a very good season. Like after the first and second season of Clone Wars, right? They needed something that developed the characters in season 3, and season 3 did that perfectly. Like every character was developed really well, and it moved into season 4 seamlessly as well. So season 3 for me is possibly the best season in all of the Clone Wars. Awesome season, awesome fun to watch. But yeah, so
and then
we go.
I think if we go to season 4, I think we put the same thing.
We go to season 4
as the champion arc.
David,
I think we both put Umbara.
Champion arc in season 4 is definitely Umbara. There's
good.
questioning it. I mean, before we talk about Umbara, can we talk about the honourable mention? Because I feel like we could go on for ages about Umbara. And so, for the honourable mention, I put the Maul Savage Brothers arc. It's only 2 episodes, but it's Savage finding Darth Maul, and it is the perfect reintroduction of Darth Maul. Right? It's bringing in Savage is a really cool character. I think Savage is a really cool character, and Darth Maul with those spider legs are my golly gosh. That's pretty scary, and it's a really good arc that sets up pretty much what will lead up to season 7, and the second Siege of Mandalore, which again we'll get onto later, right? And it starts off that whole story chain. So yeah.
I had a different honourable mention.
What was your honourable mention?
And this was the box arc with Moralo Eval.
Yes, and the
Cad Bane
bounty
and the
hunter.
plot to, which is basically just the plot to kill Palpatine or kidnap Palpatine, which nearly works.
Yeah. And
it's surprising. It's surprising how many times he gets kidnapped, even though it's his plan.
It really is. It's his plan, and he still gets kidnapped.
Well, I mean, he only successfully got kidnapped once, and that was on purpose.
Yeah.
But even then, they decanonized the bloody movie where he gets kidnapped.
Of course they did. Made it legend, didn't they?
Yep. And it annoys me because it shows one of the most badass clones ever. Anyway.
Wait, which clone's that?
It's either Captain or Commander Fordo.
Okay. Fair enough.
He takes on Dirge,
so...
the bounty hunter, and also Grievous.
Yeah. Also Grievous, yeah. Fair enough to him then.
Moving on.
But moving on to the champion arc of season 4. Because obviously we've spoken about the Maul and honourable mentions and whatnot. So season 4 champion Umbara, as we said previously.
Was it 4 or 5 episodes? Was it 4 or 5 episodes?
Oh, it was a decent amount of episodes. It was.
I think it was 4 episodes of the season was Umbara.
It was.
Which is
such a
one of the longest
arc.
It was one of the seasons, isn't it? Like longer arcs.
It is one of the longest.
It's just.
And it's a well-deserved longest episode because, my God, does
Oh yeah.
I don't know where to start talking about this, right? If we have to talk about our favourite arc in the entirety of Star Wars Clone Wars, this would be up there. If not, it would be the number
Oh yeah,
one.
it's in top 3 at
Top
least
3
for me.
Easy, yeah, because it's just it starts off really well. Them just thinking Pong Krell, and you thinking that Pong Krell is just a military commander. You think he's just got his own tactics, and you genuinely think he's just a Jedi trying to do good things, right?
He's portrayed as a very ruthless but effective Jedi in terms of war and leading clones.
Yeah, and it works well, right? It works really well. But
in terms of him winning, yes.
Yeah, in terms of him winning, it works well. In terms of killing the clones and us all hating him,
it all works. It also works really well.
It also works really well because I think they designed Pong Krell to be the guy that you hate, right? And just talking about Pong Krell for a second or a minute or whatever, he is the best Clone Wars exclusive villain, if that makes sense. So like the only villain, you don't see him in like the movies or anything else other than the Clone Wars, and he is such a strong villain in the Umbara arc that you hate him so much, but you hate him because he's such a good character. If that makes sense, and that's what makes him.
I mean, I hate him because he was willing to, publicly execute clones, but
Yeah, no, exactly. You hate him because of how he was treating the clones, but he's such a convincing character that without him, Umbara would not be the same arc. It just wouldn't.
Oh yeah, no,
right?
It wouldn't.
And so we have to give credit to Dave Filoni and anyone else who had a part in designing that character because, beautiful. Talking about the clones in Umbara, I'll let you take this away, David, because I know you've got very strong opinions on it.
I do have very strong opinions about the Umbaran clone arcs, because we start off the first episode as any would. Anakin is with the 501st, assaulting Umbara, and it goes mildly okay. Anakin then gets called off, and that kind of throws the whole episode into a wait, huh?
Anakin's not leading them? What?
Anakin isn't going to be with the 501st for this entire arc.
Yeah.
After this point.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And it's such a weird thing because you barely ever see the 501st without Anakin.
Yeah. I agree.
And that sets it up to be a very clone-centered arc.
Instantly by removing... Yeah, I mean, by removing such a well-known character in Anakin Skywalker, introducing a new villain in Pong Krell gives the clones attention, and it gives them the attention they deserve. So
exactly,
I would agree with that there.
And the fact that it had Pong Krell manipulating the clone army on Umbara to basically engage in a friendly fire blue-on-blue battle.
Yeah.
Because he lies to both intelligence teams, saying the Umbarans have stolen our armor and using it to skulk around.
Yeah.
Get those bitches.
It was.
Turns out it's 212.
Yeah.
The legitimate 212.
Yeah, the legit ones. But you're right. It's a very. I can't give it enough compliment because it just portrays the clones so well. Right,
it really
just does. Like, there's nothing. I can't think of anything negative to say about the arc. I mean, even the sacrifice at the end when they flew up and one of them had to stay. I can't remember his name now, but he had to stay behind the ship. Right, Hardcase. Yeah, perfect sacrifice. Like, what a way to sacrifice himself.
And then
for them to still go back.
I'm a fan of clones.
Yeah, I can tell you're a fan of clones. But it's like for the other two to then go back and then be treated as villains and like disobeying the order. What? Like, what a good way to keep it mature, right? They could easily turn it, again, as I've said before, they could easily turn that into like some sort of kids, like, oh yeah, heroes save the day and whatnot. It's all sunshine and rainbows, but it wasn't, right? And that's what it was like in war. So yeah, there you go. Umbara, best arc in Season 4, possibly best arc in the entire Clone Wars. Straight up. Mayhem Beast says he totally knows exactly what we're talking about, and he's just joined our stream. So thank you for that. Of course you do. You're
Thank
a good
you.
fan. Thanks for joining the stream as well. The rest of the podcast, if you've missed it, will be up on YouTube later. So moving on to season 5. What was your champion arc in season 5?
This one, we did have some controversial conversations before we did this podcast.
We did have some, we did, before starting the podcast. Because Season 5, I would argue, is another one of the best seasons, next to Season 3. And it had some brilliant arcs. Like...
We mainly dispute the fact that my favourite arc, my champion arc for Season 5, is the Gregor / Droid arc.
Desert Droid arc. Yeah, Desert Droid arc.
It's not
and
just desert.
My champion arc.
You infiltrate
it's not just desert.
Thank you very much.
It's not just desert, but my favourite arc was when Ahsoka's leaving of the Order. You know, the wrong Jedi. I think that's what a lot of people dub that arc now. But oh, it's Elemental. What, Elemental 7? Is Elemental 7 in our stream? No, hello dude, welcome if that is you.
What's this?
Anyway, so you know Elemental 7, the guy that does all the TikTok stuff? Like, Laurie answers questions of people and stuff. Yeah, apparently he's just said it's him. So hello dude, if that is you. Thank you for coming.
Oh yeah, back to the arcs.
Also, back to, oh, sorry, I got distracted there. What was I on about?
Stop fangirling.
I was on about,
Lost. Ahsoka leaving the Jedi Order arc.
Yeah, Ahsoka leaving the Jedi Order rank. The reason that for me is the best champion arc in the season is because not only does it give Ahsoka's story so much, how do I say this? So much depth, I would say, and like personality as well. It also just gives you so many different genres, right? So you've got detective mission where they're trying to find out who, you know, did the Jedi bombing, and then they've got Ahsoka running away because she's accused of it, right? And then you've got Ahsoka trying to like convince, like, you know, what's the TV show, the Los Angeles something, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, but it just,
what are you
and then it ends, I don't know, Hawaii 5-0. It reminds me a lot of Hawaii 5-0, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
It's it's such a good arc, and I love Hawaii 5-0. Everyone does, and the arc, it's a new. I'm trying to put how I feel about it in words. Yeah, I'm trying to put how it was into words.
Especially, it was good considering we hadn't seen an actual Jedi leave the Order.
Yeah, and like we never really saw the hypocrisy of the Jedi Order in the Jedi up until Oh, just saying, David, it wasn't that Elemental. It's a different Elemental. Sorry for confusing you.
Well,
but yeah, back to the podcast. Yeah, no. So altogether, for me, Ahsoka's leaving the Order was just a very good arc, and it showed the hypocrisy. It started to show the hypocrisy of the Jedi Order, which ultimately led to Revenge of the Sith, right? So,
well,
yeah, very good arc, containing a very good character. And explain to me, right, why you put the Gregor arc, which spent half of it in a desert. I don't care what you say, half of it was in a desert. Why is that the champion arc over some of the other amazing arcs in Season 5?
I'm going to point out something that made you kind of kick yourself. You didn't realise it was the same Gregor that was in Rebels.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe that. The Gregor
didn't realise that.
The same Gregor.
So
yeah, I just assumed the Gregor there had died for some reason, but oh well.
You know,
it is what it is.
But it shows how loyal the clones were.
Yeah.
Because the Battle of Sarish was a horrific battle.
Mhm.
And even just Gregor's reaction to trying to remember it was just, you could see how much of psychological impact it had.
Yeah, it was huge on him.
It wasn't something that had been really explored in the Clone Wars, of the psychological effects on the clones.
Yeah, that's very true.
And for him to basically just, you're a clone, here's your ID, here's your armor, here's your weapon, you were a goddamn commando.
Yeah.
who is, apart from ARC Troopers, top tier special forces.
That's true. They are very special forces.
And just for him to go, you know what? You get away with the codes and droids and general. You get away. I will stay behind and, you know, basically sacrifice myself.
Yeah. He obviously lived somehow. That would be great to find out at some point.
You never find out how.
Yeah.
It's not in Rebels. It's not said in Clone Wars.
No.
All you see
we need like an official
fighting.
statement from Luke. Yeah.
You see him fighting and blowing shit up.
Yep, he's so cool. He is very good. But,
And just because of that one scene at the end, that is what makes the arc for me.
He's very good. I get that. I fully get that. But as a whole arc, I judge it more the whole arc, and so for me,
That's fine.
Wasn't champion. Now, honourable mentions for season 5. We're gonna have to speed this up a bit because we're already at about I'd say about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. But
that's fine. We can do a 50-minute one. It's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Continue.
But
season 5.
Honourable mentions for season 5. As I said, season 5 again is another brilliant season, like top-notch season, right? And the first siege of Mandalore, with Darth Maul and Savage attacking Mandalore with the new crime syndicate that they've organised. Unbelievably good. I loved it so much. It gave me not goosebumps watching it. The second Siege of Mandalore gave me goosebumps, but this one was, again, another top notch. The fight between Pre Vizsla and Darth Maul was awesome. Loved it. It was nothing bad to say about it. You also had the Onderon arc, didn't you? I think you put that as
mine was the Onderon arc because it introduced one of the fucking craziest characters into Star Wars. Who was in Rogue One?
He was in. Yeah, I think if you haven't guessed it by now, shame on you for not watching Rogue One. I'm joking.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't as well received as some of the other movies, so it's.
To be fair,
it had quite scathing reviews. Anyway.
Yeah, to be fair. But we are obviously talking about none other than David. Do the reveal. Do the reveal. Do
Fuck.
it.
You talking about him?
You
Get his name.
disappoint me.
You talking about him? Maybe get his name.
Oh yeah, blame me. Do it. Why not? I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to wait for you to get it.
No, don't say the name so that we can continue the podcast.
No. David. I've forgotten the name too. I was just trying to get you to say it. God damn it. What? We both suck.
You've ruined it.
We both suck.
Ruined it.
We ruined it. Moving on.
Quick.
Quickly.
Off script.
Okay, season 6. Your champion arc. Go.
Season 6 champion.
What was your season? Oh, okay.
It was the conspiracy arc.
The conspiracy arc in season 6. I put the conspiracy arc too. What are your thoughts on why that's the champion arc?
Because it showed how mental and how just how much the Kaminoans would just disregard health of the clones.
They just didn't care. They just
inhibitor chip goes off. Nah, kill him. Get him gone.
Kill him. Yeah, they do a great job in the conspiracy arc in showing
also Saw Gerrera
how little. Yeah. Oh, Saw Gerrera. Yeah, that was the name.
As I'm like, yes.
Literally.
Anyway, it showed how much the communities just didn't care.
Yeah, they were just doing it because they were paid to do it, and because they were also evil sons of bitches that didn't. Oh, I didn't like them. Oh, okay. But 5's death is what makes the arc, in my opinion. Without, because obviously Tub dies, doesn't he? I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Tub. Yeah.
Tub. Yeah, Tub dies, doesn't he?
Yes.
That's kind of what you needed to like set off the whole conspiracy theory that 5's had going on. But Fives dying at the end was essential not only for the lore of how they didn't find out about the inhibitor chips, but also it made it so much more impactful to know that they were willing to go to those lengths to hide the secret, right? To cover it up. So Conspiracy, overall, season 6 wasn't great. I mean, there was only one or two arcs that I sort of enjoyed.
Kind of arcs or story elements to it.
It certainly wasn't great.
It had Conspiracy, and that was really about it, let's be honest.
That was about it. But it I mean, it wasn't the only thing they had. In terms of honorable mentions, they had the Yoda arc. Where Yoda sort of went off to some planets. Yeah. So Yoda sort of like went off to some planets, and he just like sense the Force because he felt disturbances in the Force, and it's the first time Yoda started doubting the Jedi Order himself, and how they'd become so not corrupt by the war, but you know what I'm trying to say, like how the war had changed the Jedi Order into something.
I mean, it did also kind of introduce one of the Sith that I absolutely love.
Go on, talk about him then.
It's the Ghost of Darth Bane, so the one who created the Order of Two for Sith.
Yeah. Darth Bane, we will 100% talk about at some point in another podcast.
Oh yeah, no, I've got plans and notes.
Plans and notes ready to go. But no, yeah,
I could gush about the Sith for hours.
Yeah. No, but the Yoda arc is a good honorable mention. Wasn't as good as Conspiracy. Conspiracy was the star of that arc, of that season.
Oh yeah,
easily. So I think that's about it for that one. There's not really much more to go on about it. Season 7.
Really. Okay.
Now this is where it gets interesting.
Shall we address the worst arc?
Well, first of all, I just want to mention how lucky we were to get season 7.
Oh yeah, we were.
Credit to everyone that made it happen.
Really.
Credit to the fans. I'm so happy to have got.
They pulled forward, and were like, "No, we need this."
It certainly has one of the best arcs in the entire Clone Wars, being the second Siege of Mandalore, which is the champion arc for me personally. We'll debate that a little bit in a second. But just to sum this up quickly, full credit for getting it done, for getting it out there. I loved it a lot. Really, really enjoyed this season. But now let's address the elephant in the room. The worst arc in the entire Star Wars Clone Wars. The Sisters.
Sisters arc. I'm not going to even refer to them by name. They don't deserve a name.
They don't deserve names. They're awful.
To be in Star Wars.
Thing is, right, the first episode of the Sisters arc was all right.
Who played them, but
yeah. But
I curse whoever wrote the story.
You curse. Oh god. But the thing is, right, that arc started off quite nicely. In terms of the first episode was nice, but they just didn't go anywhere with it, right? The whole point of the arc was to show how the Jedi Order have fallen, how the people have lost faith in the Jedi. And it did do that, but literally one of the episodes was them escaping prison, running around a little bit, and then ending back up in prison, none the wiser. Like,
basically.
What? It was a boring arc to watch. I almost wanted to skip it so I could get to the bit where Ahsoka was fighting Maul, because that had been advertised at that point a lot, right? And it was just like, I want to watch that. I really badly want to watch that. But yeah. So worst arc in the entire Clone Wars, the Sisters. We won't spend too much more time in it on this podcast. I don't think. I don't really have time.
I'm not even going to willingly dedicate a podcast to it.
Yeah, probably wouldn't even do that. But
it's worst
moving
season.
On to the other two arcs in the season, then.
Or worst arc.
Yeah, worst arc in the season. Yeah. Moving on to the two other arcs in the season: the Bad Batch and the Second Siege of Mandalore. So you put the Bad Batch as your champion.
I put
over
Bad Batch
the Siege of Mandalore,
champion.
the Second Siege. I don't understand how you did this. Like, the Bad Batch was a brilliant arc, but The second
If you
season
can't
of
tell,
Mandalore, dude, come on.
If you can't tell by this
on.
podcast or the podcast we're doing after this, Clone
Yeah, the
Science,
next one, episode 4.
episode
Yeah.
4 with Clone Science, I am a die-hard clone fan. So the
Literally
moment you
die
show
hard. You
me-
will die for clones.
If clones were a thing, and I could be one, I would give up my entire goddamn life just to be a clone.
Yeah.
I don't care
would.
if I died
You
within
really
the first battle.
you would do it.
If I
Yep.
could have my mind now and be a clone, I'd be like, yeah, I'm happy.
Definitely being a clone. So, am I right in saying that the Bad Batch takes preference for you because it's clones?
It takes preference because it's a squad of deformed clones, what they are,
Yeah.
who are a Black Ops Special Forces unit that have no Jedi
Yeah.
General, that just go behind
They just
sector
go off and
lines
do their own thing.
and fuck shit up.
Yeah. They
It's
are a
literally
pretty
the
cool
case
batch.
of, you point, I'll go fuck them up.
Yeah. And I also want to say Echo in that arc was very cool. Very much liked Echo in that
They
arc.
they reintroduced Echo because there was the leaked footage of Echo living,
Yeah, there was.
and it was amazing.
It was very good. It was a very good arc. It had great story, but actually, do you know what? Maybe it's my personal preference, right? The second Siege of Mandalore has my two favorite characters in Star Wars:
Maul and Ahsoka
Darth
Tano.
Maul and Ahsoka Tano, right? And not only does it have them, they go at odds with each other like mad. And I just want to fully credit whoever wrote it because every single episode has such good purpose and everything makes sense and it all just works with absolute beauty that for me it just can't be beat. It's possibly my favorite arc in the entire Clone Wars TV series, possibly. Very, very, very strong arc. What else was I going to say about it? Oh yeah, want to mention the Darth Maul going ham on clone troopers scene.
I will admit, as a clone fan I am,
Literally,
I
it was
have a special
mildly
point in
orgasmic.
my heart for him doing that.
It was like if you're gonna go down as a clone, going down.
I wanna go-
to
I wanna
Darth
go
Maul
down against Darth
decapitating
Maul.
your head. Like yeah,
With a sheet
it's
of metal from a wall.
literally it's insane, and it's just he asked for lightsaber for a fighting chance, and you watch that and you were like, "What are you on about, mate? You do not need a fighting chance." You've
Ahsoka
got
just
it
looks at
already."
him and goes, "No, jog on, mate."
Yeah, just straight up no. I just think the interaction between Ahsoka and Maul made that arc so good. And
Okay, no.
Maul as a character was made in that arc as well. Like he was always just there, and he was a cool character, but he became. You realise how powerful he was in that arc because he sensed all of 66 happening, right? He sensed it. He predicted it. He knew everything. Not
But
everything about it,
was
obviously, but you
predicting
know what I
it
mean.
way
It's-
before
yeah,
anything
he was-
else.
he was
Before the
all over
Jedi
that,
were doing
and
it,
was-
he predicted it.
Yeah, he's such a good character, and he's season 7 champion for me. Second Siege of Mandalore and the Order 66. It's can't be beaten for me personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all of the seasons.
Honorable
isn't
mentions.
it?
Have we done honorable mentions?
Well, there's only 3 arcs in that season. It's the Bad Batch. We've mentioned the sisters, so
Well,
Bad Batch.
I
Second
did
Siege of
I did
Mandalore,
have the second Siege of Mandalore as my honorable mention anyway, so
because it is very.
there's no way
very
was
good.
I putting the sisters above anything else.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, sisters wouldn't even make a normal mention. Like, even if there was no second Siege of Mandalore, it wouldn't make it.
Even if the sisters arc was just season 7, no,
Yeah,
no.
it wouldn't make it.
Season 7 don't
would just be
exist.
bad. But yeah, that's all our opinions on the seasons and the arcs within those seasons. We hope you all enjoyed this podcast. It's gone on a bit longer than our other podcasts, but that's okay. A lot had to be said about it. Overall,
is
the Clone Wars as a TV show, brilliant. I think we can both agree, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, should we wrap up there?
Yeah,
Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Radio Clone Episode 3. Be sure to tune in for our other podcasts.